What'd you do, Owen?
Broke it again. I ripped the track mountain bracket off.
I was sleeping, nestled on my couch, got a phone call from Owen because he ripped his track bar and his steering assist off of the axle. Don't know how he did it. Current situation, we're standing in a river. My thought was, let's grab a couple chain alongs, let's X out that front end so that it won't go side to side. Let's drive this sucker out of the river. Not gonna have any articulation, but so what? At least we don't have to try to tow it out of here. Owen brought his muck boots, so did Braden, and so did I.
At least one of us is smart.
So what we're doing, these are called chain alongs, or at least that's what I call them. Where the track bar holds this front end from going side to side, we wanna make sure that it doesn't go side to side. So luckily Owen gave us some tie downs on the front of his frame, that we'll be able to pull off of. And then we'll crank it up, get it ratcheted down on the bump stop. Okay, I'm tight on the bump stop. Let's get even pressure so it holds. We're gonna pick up our chain end, wrap them in. We're gonna try to get this thing out of here. Just be easy, be easy. Go. It's gonna hold. Okay, it's gonna hold, so do your thing. Those 40s look good tucked. Whoa, stop, stop, stop. You're scraping on your pulley. Shut it off for a minute. Oh, it's your steering. You're gonna have to live with that. Did it kill it?
Yeah.
So let's relieve a little bit of pressure. I'm gonna see if we can get a little bit, so we're not gonna be bottomed out. Okay. Where we were bottomed out hard, it was rubbing your steering, so now try it. There you go. You're out of it. Get out, yeah, as soon as you hear that, turn your steering. Shut your door. Now your door don't work. All right, so as of now, he's gonna be able to drive it out. So shut the camera off for a minute and try to get down this river. All right, so we got him out. Well, he drove himself out after we got it all chain alonged up. But he's good to go. We're gonna go back down the mountain and finish what we were doing. All right, so we're getting back to work in the shop today. Last night we had to go and help our friend Owen get him out of the river. It's a good thing we did because it snowed all night long and we sprung a leak in the shop. So I'm building a stab the insulation tool. This is a Series 10,000 stabber. We're gonna try to get the water released from the insulation.
Is there water in it?
I don't know.
I don't think there's water.
I don't think so either. Definitely water there. We have sprung a leak. 2 layers of insulation too. We'll let that drain. And it's time to get to work. It's time to take today serious. We'll figure that out later. All right, so today we still don't have parts for the old Bronc-Star. So we're gonna be working on the Rokon stuff that we pulled out last week. We're gonna be fixing the gas tank and doing some other stuff to where we can take all the parts to our friend Kevin up at Powder Trim Coatings. And he's going to sandblast and powder coat the frames, the forks, pretty much everything besides the sheet metal. And then we're gonna get all the stuff back and we'll paint the sheet metal. I'm trying to build a contraption to hold my gas tanks. I used to have it when I worked on Ed's, but I can't find the pieces. So I still have the base and I've got one twisty thingy. So I'm gonna make another one and then we're gonna get it mounted. And I'm gonna use my dent fix equipment to try to fix this gas tank. So I'm gonna show you guys how that works. We're gonna try the glue pulling on it. We've got 2 gas tanks to fix. So that one's got gas in it. Hillbilly's gonna get it all dumped out. And then we're gonna rinse these out with water so that when we start them on fire, they go out. I gotta run up to the hardware store, grab some metal, a few other things, and then we'll get to work. Carriage bolt, 6 inches long. I got a 6-inch carriage bolt, 1/4 got me a washer, and we got some metal right here by the boss. So we're gonna go back, we'll get this mount all built up. We're going to get these gas tanks fixed. Hopefully Hillbilly gets all the gas out of them so it doesn't start on fire, but we'll see.
Gotta go outside to go look at the rear fenders on the other 2 Rokons that we're gonna be using for parts, because the one fender is all rotted and rusted away. Let's go see if we can't find them. Under the snow somewhere is one right here. and that fender looks really good. So this is the fender we'll be using. It's got a couple more bolts to pull, and the rear fender will be off. As I was getting this Rokon for parts, I remembered that one of the Rokons needs a basket, and this one has a good basket on it, so I'll be taking the basket off too. Rear fender in good shape.
So I'm building another one of these to hold the gas tank for the Rokon. I've cut the metal. Now I'm gonna weld this. All right, we'll go cool this down in our cooler outside. All right, there's one. So I got the back holder all built. Look at that, so pretty. Stick it in the holes. Down in here it goes. These are a little bent. It's just a little bit of spring pressure is all. So we'll just hold down on it. Tighten that up taut. Tighten these. That ain't going nowhere. Oh shoot, I put a dent in it. All right, so now I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that dent out. It's gonna be a tough one. I wanna put this in the sandblaster and I don't want any sand inside. So I went and got me an 1/8 pipe or a 1/4 inch pipe plug. And if I can start it, and all I'm gonna do is tighten it in because I don't want any sand going up inside the petcock hole. We got water inside of this thing, well, a little bit. Hillbilly rinsed it out. We're gonna keep the fuel cap on it and just sandblast away from it. I'm gonna have to bust off these stickers. So I'm gonna crud wheel those stickers off first, and then we'll put it in the sandblaster, sandblast it all up, and see if we can't get these dents all out. Same thing for this tank. This one's not as bad. So there's only a couple of dents. There's like one there, one here. So very, very minor. But I'm gonna take the stickers off, get those all crud wheeled off. I think I might try glue pulling this before I sandblast it. We're gonna get it all set up.
The old fender was all rotted out, so now we got a new one. It's not rotted out. And then here's the basket. It's a little beat up, nothing we can't fix. And it's better than not having one. I'll get this one fixed, so that way we can put it on once we get to that point.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're using our Dent Fix glue pulling system. So this is a big hot glue gun, and I put glue on all of these little tabs. And we're gonna try to pre-pull it as much as possible before we actually weld the maxi to it so that we don't blow up, basically. It's less flammable. It's got this cool glue stick. It's just like a normal hot glue gun, except for it has special glue that bonds to paint. So we'll try this out and see how it does.
Does that mean I can use that for my arts and crafts stuff?
Absolutely.
Sweet.
I'm gonna need your help because I can't do this alone. We'll just see what this does. Oh, it peeled the paint off. So this did not fail, the paint failed. So maybe we'll need to glue it straight to the bare metal. We'll probably have to sandblast this before we try to pull it, would be my guess. Yep, same thing. So I'm just peeling the paint off. So I'm gonna stop, collaborate, and listen. I'm gonna sandblast this and then we'll do round 2. I'm gonna remove all the stickers. So the reason I'm doing this is the sandblaster doesn't like to break down stickers. So you can see over here, I already started. It doesn't like to come off.
Now I'm gonna repeat what Robby did on the yellow tank.
While sandblasting, I couldn't see. Me and Hillbilly decided to pull the glass out, clean it all up, and we're gonna put some crash wrap on it and try to get it to where we can visibly see through it again. So normally these have a protective cover on them, but our protective cover is completely sandblasted to the point where we cannot see through it. We're gonna get all this cleaned up, crash wrap it, try to protect the glass, and see if we can't get this thing sandblasted a little better.
How do you do it?
I don't know, figure it out. You're a natural.
Could you sandblast your finger off?
I don't want to find out.
I want to try it.
Gammy wanted me to stand around and do nothing, so she took over, even though it's my job. You done yet?
Yep.
All right, let's pull it out. Since you took my job away. Whoa!
Yeah.
Expert status.
So relaxing and satisfying to watch it.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so this is how we clean the gas tank. We use fire to clean fire. Oh, it's hot. Back in the day, they built gas tanks and cars and everything out of really thick steel. So this is just a little bit too thick for the glue pulling, so we're gonna have to show you guys that on another video. These glue pull tabs are amazing on thinner material, not thick. Anyway, we're gonna get the maxi all set up and we're gonna pull these dents with the maxi. we've got both of them sandblasted. And they're actually doing really good. These are way better off than Ed's gas tank. Ed's was completely broken out. He had used his a heck of a lot more. So I want to show you guys how to use this maxi. So I'm gonna get Hillbilly's help because we gotta hold and pry and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, what you wanna do is you wanna actually just weld it to it. There we go. Okay, so you weld on and you pull your dent. See that? You just start walking your dent out. And it just takes 5 years. You just keep doing that with pins and your dent eventually will come out. This one's got some hard creases in it, so we might have to keep turning this up. You don't normally put this much heat, but when it's super, super thick metal, sometimes you got to. See that? Real nice. So you just want to keep doing that until your dent's all the way out. So I'm going to take a few minutes and walk these out with some pins and see what it looks like. All right, so we've got to finish pulling all these little spots, but we just got a phone call and we've got to take the snowcat out in a couple of days. So we're gonna shift gears and we're gonna go do a little bit of maintenance on it. All right, so we got Whiskers inside. We went out on a rescue the other day and we had a couple minor things, nothing major. It didn't strand us like before. Well, we didn't get stranded before, but it didn't stop us. So we lost the prime on the fuel pump. So we've changed the fuel pump. Hillbilly got that put in today, and then we noticed that it kept popping out of low range. We've got it adjusted, but what we're gonna do now is we're gonna hop in here and we're gonna go for a night ride out on the road, and we're just gonna floor it in first in low gear and see if it's gonna come out of first. If it pops out, we'll just do our recovery, the next recovery in high gear, and then we'll pull that transfer case out and we'll fix whatever's going on inside of it. So we gotta adjust the brakes, the transfer case, we've changed the fuel pump, and then we've got the heater blower motor that we had an issue with out. We're gonna see what's going on there. Let's go check the transfer case real quick. All right, so we're gonna be jumping in the back of Whiskers, and we're gonna take it for a stroll. Saddle up, Dinner.
Keep your hands and feet out of all moving objects.
All right, so what we're gonna do, Hillbilly's gonna back up. He's gonna actually just floor it in low range and first gear. And I'm gonna watch the transfer case to see if it pops out of gear. Right down below me is our adjustment for the transfer case. So I'm just gonna sit here and watch it and see if it comes out. All right, hit it. Popped out. Put it in neutral. You're still spinning. I don't feel like it's pushing it in far enough. Okay, put it in high range. Why are we slipping out? All right, so we're gonna check the transfer case fluid. So there's a little side plug in here that I'm gonna pull and check the fluid level. All right, let's fill her up. I bet it doesn't need much. So I'm filling through the top. I got a sight glass on the side with the plug pulled out, and I'll fill it till it leaks. Got a little bit of oil put in this, topped it off. We're gonna double check it. Most likely we're gonna have to end up rebuilding this, but it'll work for now. Someday it'll get rebuilt, just not today. Let's go test it again. All right, so we've got the transfer case adjusted. We're definitely living on borrowed time with that thing. This summer, we'll probably pull it out and have to send it off and get it rebuilt. If anybody knows where to get a rebuild kit for a Bombardier high-low transfer case, let us know, because I know we're gonna have to rebuild it. If you guys know of anything out there, let us know in the comments, because we're gonna be after a rebuild kit for that.
I think they're called gear binders.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Well, I don't know. What we're gonna do now is try to adjust this rear brake. All right, so it's got some pad. It's not the greatest pad, but there's pad. Okay, why don't you go hit the brakes, Hillbilly? I want to make sure they're not dragging.
Oh yeah. Pedal goes down halfway now.
All right, let off.
Off.
Give it a little tiny bit more. Make sure it's not binding. All right, hit it.
Good.
Okay. All right, we're gonna call that adjusted. So there's a few more things that we could do to this, but you know what? It's getting late. We just got called on another tow. So Hillbilly's gonna hurry and throw this floor in, and then we're gonna head out on a tow. UHP called us, so we're jumping into action. We got the Ford right here started up. The snow is coming down like crazy. We've probably got about 3 to 4 solid inches. It's only been snowing for a couple of hours, but
it's been raining for 3 days straight before that.
Yes.
In 5 minutes, it turned to snow.
So it's a little crazy out tonight, but we're gonna head up here, just a little tow. We'll get there, we'll get it loaded up, we'll get this back to the shop. So what we've decided is we're gonna pull it forward. We were gonna pull it in reverse, but I think what we're gonna do is set up about right here, drop the bed, and just pull this forward all the way through the ditch. We got the cop behind us blocking traffic, which there is no traffic. All right, so we're bound up a little, so we're gonna reposition. All right, so we're repositioning to the other control arm because it's wanting to whip the back end. So if we pull from that side, that back end should follow it. Did exactly what I didn't want it to do. All right, so we got it pulled out of the ditch. It's on the truck and we're ready to roll. So it was a little bit slippery, but we were able to get it straightened out and get it up on and all strapped, and we're gonna get out of the road. Good job, Hillbilly. Nice. Let's get back to the shop. All right, as always, we appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.